What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It is Men's Mental Health Monday. It is your boy Troy, and this is the Mental Health Podcast. I hope everybody had a great Easter weekend. I hope everybody had a great time with their family, great food. We out here doing the damn thing. So I hope everybody's week from the last show was great. I hope everybody's having a prosperous weekend. We're getting into the nice season, so you know that seasonal depression type shit's on its way out. We're getting ready for good times with good people in this great weather. So um, had kind of a weird situation with tonight's guest. It was supposed to be Shiraz, but I think he had some other stuff going on. So that's cool. I was able to, because I am who I am, I was able to find a last second guest. And I mean, this situation kind of just blossomed overnight. You know what I mean? I saw a set of pictures that my guy posted of his wife on Facebook, and I thought the creative look was there. I thought the eye was there, so I was like, hey, boom, 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 you killed it. Keep it up. That's some good shit. And turns out he's been following my work. He's a fan, and like that's a weird concept for me. I don't have fans, so um yeah, and then ever since then, I kind of reached out to him. I was like, hey, I really appreciate what you had said, because I mean, as photographers, as anybody in any kind of art of any sort, you've got that like constant in the back of your head, that like doubt that you can do what you say or what you advertise that you can do. Imposter syndrome, for those that don't know the name of it. So I struggle with that, among many other things, with my photography especially. So like that was huge. We started chopping it up. Turns out, this guy's like miles and miles and miles away. um and he follows my work, so that's like a really crazy concept. But I mean, in the last 48 hours, I mean, this dude's awesome. He's a huge supporter. He's got great music. um I'll be sure to like tag his Facebook. I mean, his Facebook's tagged, but his Instagram and all that stuff, so everybody can go check it out. Dude's nasty. I mean, and he's got a song for every vibe, for every person, for every kind of person. Whatever you're feeling, he's got a song to match it. And I'll make sure I absolutely plug dude in. You can find him on Apple Music, is where I got him on. I'm sure he's on Spotify, all sorts of other stuff, but I'll make sure to link that. But that's enough of me talking. I want everybody to give my man DeySean Cortner a very warm Men's Mental Health Podcast welcome. My guy, thank you for coming on, brother. Can we hear you? Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Are we good? Can you hear me? Uh-oh.
Hi, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Really? That's weird. Nothing, huh?
Yeah, I can't hear you. As soon as the music stopped, all audio stopped.
That's wild. If you're in the comments, if you're watching, can you let me know if I have audio? If you have audio coming from me, I'm trying. Okay, so I got a thumbs up from Haley on the other side. Try like unplug your headphones and like plug them back in. Let's see. Try unplugging your headphones, maybe. Audio is coming through on YouTube, and I can hear you. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I still can't hear you.
I just messaged you on Facebook. I messaged you. Who'd have thought I'd be doing sign language on the show? Hmm. Well, while we try to figure that out, I just had him back out of the studio, and I think I'm gonna have him jump back in and see if that works. Um, it's just gonna be me, so appreciate the two viewers. I'm actually one of them. That's wild. Um, but yeah, so we're gonna wait for him to kind of get stuff going. I mean, it was working like 10 minutes ago, not even. That's wild. As soon as the music stops playing, he can't hear me. That's crazy. But yeah, so oh, let's see if he's there. Can you hear me now?
There we go. I don't know what that was.
Man, I just gave you the craziest intro. That was the dopest intro thus far. I can't even remember what I said word for word, but you'll have to go back and rewatch it because it was dope. But
Hey, dude.
I say that to say this, welcome to the show. I'm glad we got this figured out. I'm glad we got these technical issues out of the way.
I'm gonna let you know now. If it's gonna be some bloopers, it's gonna be with me every time.
Listen, I live for the bloopers. I have like my stream yard will I can say cut that, and like this clip that I just said that to is gonna get clipped. Um on on the generative clip thing on StreamYard. It's dope. But anyways, welcome. Um
Thank you.
now that we're all 100%.
Yeah, now that I can hear you,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Perfect. So, yeah, let's kind of just jump right into it. Let's give the people like who are you? What is it that you do? And like, you know, just let's look into the life of DeySean.
First and foremost, I'm a husband and father before anything.
Absolutely
Father of
respect.
three. Got a daughter that's 10 years old, a son that's 8 years old, and then my youngest son is 5 years old.
Okay.
So before anything, it's them.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely
And
respect that. Same here. I got four daughters, so
four
uh
daughters.
four daughters.
I'm gonna pray for you every single day, bro.
You see why this forehead's glistening, my boy, right?
Look, I said I wanted two, and then I got one and was like, yeah, well, that's cool. That's cool.
Every time I'm like, she's like, oh, we're pregnant. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, like this is it. This is gonna be my boy. And every time, every time, it's like, wrong. Oh,
Hey, off topic. We can get back into who I am, but off topic. Are you still trying or are you done?
done, done. Done, capital
He said,
letters.
"Nah, man, I'm good.
I'm also
I'm
yo. There's
I'm
no
good."
more. There's no more space for my hairline to recede. Okay, I'm all
Hey,
set. I'm all done. I got a nice beard. I'm not trying to lose it. Okay.
I feel that. I feel that.
But I mean, our kids are actually very similar in age. I've got two 10 year olds. So a little bit of context. Me and my fiance have two together, and then we each have one from a separate relationship.
Okay.
So I have my 10-year-old daughter from me and my ex-wife, and then she has her 10-year-old daughter from her and her ex-boyfriend or ex-fiance, whatever the fuck. And then we have two together. So them two are 10, and then my middle is 5, and then my youngest is gonna be 3 in like a month and a half.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. The youngest is like the closest I'll ever get to having a boy though. Because all she wants to do is play outside, play in the dirt, and play with cars and trucks. So like just sign me up, dude. I'm all for it. You want little toy cars? I got you.
You got a
7 days of
tomboy
the
on
week.
your hands.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's
Yeah.
she's dope. I mean, our oldest plays softball. So
Okay.
in those like pivotal years, 1, 2, going on 3, all she knows is like when it's nice out, all she knows is going to the softball fields and playing with the other kids and like getting in the dirt. You know what I mean? Coming back a completely different color just because she's in so much dirt and sand. That's all she knows. So like that's what she loves. When she gets overstimulated, she'll do a little bit of screen time. But outside of that, she's playing with dinosaurs, trucks, cars, dirt, like rocks, you name it. She's out there. So
Right.
I got that.
Right.
small
Exactly.
small wins, small wins.
Exactly.
I'll take it. But yeah, so husband, father, let's get into that. Husband, father, what else is there to you?
Music artist. My
Mm,
first passion, which we spoke briefly about the other day, but music artist. That's my That's my love, man. I've been doing it for 18 years, and it's just now starting to get to a point to where I can see it paying off. Cause
Yep.
Lord knows I done tried to quit so many times, but my wife wouldn't let me. Like, look,
And
I'll sell all this equipment right now. Like, we can just look right now.
right now, yeah. And you did your most recent song, Forever. That's with your wife, no?
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. I actually listened to that song like 6 times today, while I was at work. We're
Don't
going
start
through
my head.
we're going through a lot of just bullshit at work. So like it was a really nice vibe to kind of just like set on repeat and just like kind of set it and for you know what I mean, just set it and go. Cause like when I'm listening to music at work, it like helps me prioritize and help me think and help me slow down. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
it's a great vibe. There's a lot of meaning behind the song. I imagine both, what you display to the world and what goes on, I mean, what's deeper than that, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So that's dope. I mean, me and my fiance were actually talking about starting a second podcast for her and I, so
So, funny thing, my wife has been trying to push me to start a podcast for probably 3 years now. And I
yeah.
think we're finally on the brink of, you know what, you've said it enough. Let's just do it. You know, it's like it's like one of those things though. I do so many things. Like I'm a music artist. I mix and master some of my music. Now,
Yeah.
lately, I've kind of let go of creative control over that. I got an amazing engineer out in Arizona named Jimmy. Shout out to my engineer. I got another one in Arkansas. Shout out to Corey.
Okay, so
But
you working.
yeah, yeah. And then my music producer, my beat maker, he's in Africa, like literally
God damn.
in Africa.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, everything we
Like,
do is virtual, obviously, but it's
yeah.
amazing. It's amazing watching it come together.
If you happen to need another beat maker in your back pocket, my co-host who's normally here is a crazy crazy producer.
Okay.
Like so that video that I sent you of him rapping,
Hmm.
the one that you said the things that I'm not gonna mention on a public platform, um, but that video, he made the beat to that song. He made the beat to the song that I'm on. Actually, the other one that I sent you, the one that I actually did with my boy, he made
Hmm.
that beat as well. So
Oh
like,
damn.
yeah. So I mean, dude's nasty, and he just got a studio up here. So, um, every now and again, if you follow the show, every now and again you'll see the podcast hosted at a different location. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you'll see it being hosted from the studio that he actually just got himself back into. So like super dope. There's a lot of big things moving on this end. But yeah, if you need a beat maker, I could plug you in. I mean, it's always nice to have, a
Oh yeah.
variety.
I'm always down to listen to new beat makers because I got one primarily, and then one that I work with every so often. He's like my special weapon. He
Mm,
specializes in a certain sound, and it's like when I know I have a song that's his lane,
yep,
he's the only one that can touch it, you know. And he's
absolutely.
in where is he at? I think it's don't quote me on this, but I think it's Italy. Like none of my people are near me.
I
Like I
see I
swear,
see
none of
that.
my
That's
people are near me.
crazy. But I mean, you're doing what a lot of people aren't doing. You're, outsourcing. I mean, my boy Spark, that there's a couple of beats on his second album that came from a dude out in Finland.
Damn.
Yeah, so like, you know what I mean? Like you don't see a lot of rappers working with, you know, anybody outside of the states, really. I mean, let alone
Yeah.
outside of their own home state. You know what I'm saying? Like most people try to like find the shit locally, but like it takes a lot of trust and a lot of relationship building to work with people that are thousands and thousands of miles away and expect them to do, you know, a good job. And I mean, and I think the language barrier is what prevents a lot of people, but like I think it's the smartest move ever because there's so much talent, you know, if you look outside of the states, you know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep.
So
I
kudos
agree.
to you for doing that. I really hope this shit blows up for you.
Bro, it was mind blowing. getting like linking up with the producer in Africa because
Mhm.
it was like an Instagram situation. It's like I seen dude and I heard some clips. I'm like, damn. When it comes to beats, I am picky. I am
Mm.
very very picky. So when I heard
I
him,
am
I'm
too.
like, hold on, dude, hard. So I hit him up or whatever, and it wasn't until probably like 2 months later we've been talking, and it crossed my mind like, where are you from? And dude hit me with Africa. I'm like, excuse me, what did you just say? Like, bruh, Africa? Like that's not something you just run into every day.
No.
Like we done did a couple of songs together at this point, and it's like Africa.
That's
Gr-
wild.
Yeah, but dude he's crazy with it. Like I locked in tough with him. Like I think we're probably up to 6 or 7 songs.
Damn.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
was
hell
I was
yeah.
working on a whole EP with him, and then I vaulted the whole EP
Oh man.
for good reason. For good reason.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I rapped for, a long time. That's one of the things that I use to like cope with like all of the like the depression and shit that I was going through. You know what I mean? Rap was my outlet, but um I mean, I'm an artistic person. I may be artistic or autistic. I haven't quite figured that out yet, but I'm some kind of tistic. You know what I mean?
A little
So
bit of both.
yeah, exactly. So, I wanted something that I could potentially have a future, like, on a business side of things. Now, I'm not good enough on the rap front to make that my career. Cause to me, in my opinion, I just sound like every other white rapper out there. You know what I mean? So like I'm like, all right, let me just leave that alone because like that's clearly not my lane and I understand it. But there is a lane in music for me, and I found out that it's like, doing photo shoots and doing video and like, hey, whatever, because there's so much unreleased gas that I have heard in the last 2 months, for prepping to do music videos for these people, and
Mhm.
it's like, dog, like, you get to listen to somebody's unreleased project, like, they put their passion into that, and, like, you get to help bring that to life, and, like, I'm
Yeah.
all set with that, I'm fine with that, I don't need to be on the other side of the lens because, quite frankly, outside of the show, I hate being on the other side of the lens.
Man, you
Like, there's
sound
a
like
reason why I hit the button and I'm not on this side of the button, you know what I mean?
yeah, you sound like my wife up until recently. Like that was her first debut, really. Like, I mean, of course she's posted like selfies and things of that nature, but and
Right,
we've done music before together in the past, but all you had was a voice. This was the first time we gave the visual.
right,
And which is why I vaulted my project. Actually, I vaulted my project so she could have her run at the spotlight because it's like it's overdue for her.
right,
So anything
and
I can do to help her, you know,
absolutely, and then I respect the shit out of that, you know what I mean? I think that's dope. And I've been doing something similar with my she doesn't want to touch the cameras because I mean, they're expensive and she doesn't want to, break anything or fuck anything up. But um after these shows she helps me break everything down, she helps me, promote the show, she helps me when there's shoots because I got a flash that's like, I'm not even kidding, like 14 inches long, and it's a Godox AD 600, and it's a massive outdoor flash, and when I'm shooting, she's up there holding the thing to make sure it don't fly away, you know what I mean? So like,
right.
she's doing everything that she can, and I've done countless shoots with her since I upgraded to this camera. She's my test subject, and she's been everything. You know what I mean? I mean, hell,
That's
if it wasn't for her, I
beautiful.
wouldn't have the camera. So,
Yeah, that's
you
your
know,
teammate.
that's it. I
That's your
mean, and we've
teammate.
and we've been through. How long have you and her been together? I think you
Eight,
mentioned 18
18 years.
years. That's
Like I
crazy.
literally started doing music probably a month or two after we got together.
All
So
right,
just as
so
long as I've been with her, I've been doing music.
I'm not gonna disclose your age, but doing some math means like high school type shit.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, all right.
yeah.
I get that. So me and her have known each other since I want to say it was the year that I got expelled from high school. So I was 15. 15 and she was like 14, 4, yeah, 14, just about 14. And like it was weird, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, or no, I was about to turn 16 and she was 14. And I was like, you know, it's weird, man. Like I can't have that. Um, like that's not that wasn't fly for me. You know what I mean? So like we went in,
Right.
into our separate things and went our separate ways. And then, when me and my ex split, I was working at a parts. I was working at Advanced Auto Parts or AutoZone at that point, and she's like, "Hey, I need a fuel pump for my car." So I was like, "All right, like bet, like no, whatever. I'll put it off to the side." She just used that as a ploy to like come and talk to me, and like we've been pretty much inseparable ever since. We've been to like at the
Smart woman.
hip.
Smart
Yo,
woman.
but
Hey, can
like
you
here's
fix my car?
yeah. Yo, facts. But like I didn't I this is where I say I don't know if I'm artistic or autistic because I couldn't pick up on that. So like a couple of days later, I haven't heard from her. I was like, hey, like, I got this fuel pump like sitting here. Do you need it? Do you like what am I got a customer here that's about to buy it. Like, do you want it? Like, am I holding this for you or what? And she said, no. I was like, all right, bet. Like, fine. That's cool, whatever. So I sold it, and like we just started talking and hanging out, and that was all she wrote.
Basically, what happened, bro? The fuel pump was her shooting her shot,
Oh God, yeah.
and it went straight over your head.
Oh yeah. Like I don't think it could have went any more over my head, to be honest with you. Um, yeah, I didn't think nothing of it. Like here I am just thinking I'm about to sell some car parts. You know what I mean? Like that's all I know is like I've been in car parts. I've been selling car parts for fucking since I was 18 years old. You know what I
Right.
mean? So like that's all I know is cars. So like it was just everyday life, you know what I mean? I didn't look that far into it. And it's funny as hell that, looking back at it, like that's how she shot her shot. And like my dumb ass just went boop.
Hey, all that matters is y'all are together now.
That's facts.
At least you didn't miss it
Absolutely.
so bad that you just missed the whole opportunity.
Um she was persistent is the only reason it was the only reason why, you know what I mean? I even picked up on the signs is because she was persistent about it. If that was all she was gonna give me, then like this wouldn't be happening.
All right, she saw what she wanted and she went for
That's it. I mean, I guess apparently according to her, she saw it when she was 14, but I was like,
it. Yeah, I'm cool.
it's a little Chris Hansen-y of me, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to have a seat. I don't need I don't want to hear that, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, so I mean, this happens all the time. We just go off on like tangents, random tangents about absolutely nothing. But um yeah, dude, I mean, it's nice to find like-minded individuals, you know what I mean, who involve their significant other in, what their hobbies and their passions are. You know what I mean? Because with my previous relationship, I didn't have that. You know what I mean? So like it was that's what I was used to is like, oh, I don't want to do with that. I don't want to do that. I want nothing to do with that. So like
Mhm.
couldn't really share any of that. But like, she's like, hey, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? She's always looking over my shoulder while I'm editing, like, always checking it out and trying to like learn. But she's like, you move so goddamn quick. And I'm like, "Yeah, my fault."
Cause it's second nature to you at this point.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It's,
Yeah.
what I mean? I know exactly what I was looking for when I took the shot. So like I know exactly, where I need to move what in what direction. And, it's dope. But she's like always like looking at me, like, especially with music videos. She's like all up in it when I'm when I'm editing music videos and editing videos and shit. It's awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait to see more work from you, man. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to make that trip.
It'll be worth it. It'll definitely be worth it. Um, I love meeting new photographers. I love meeting new people who have the love for, the hobby or the field, if you will,
I don't know if you can call me a photographer yet. Give me a couple months.
That's fine. That's fine. A budding photographer is what we call you.
Yeah, yeah. Don't swell my head. Don't swell my head yet.
So I gotta ask you, like, so obviously this friendship and this relationship being, in its infancy, I don't know much about you. So like what, if any, do you like mental health struggles do you deal with that you combat on a daily basis, or like kind of let us in as much as you're willing, obviously. Let us into like that kind of to that version of DeySean.
Man, as far as something I deal with on a daily battle is being a failure as a father and a husband.
Mm,
Like you don't know how many times I've pulled in my driveway and just had to sit there and decompress because I felt like I wasn't doing enough. This bill is due. How am I going to pay it? This bill is due. How am I going to pay it? And I'm the
mhm.
breadwinner of my home by choice. You know, my
Right.
my wife is, she's a stay-at-home mom. She homeschools our kids because with the fucking school system, I do not trust my kids being in school because the last thing I want to do is get that phone call saying, "Hey, such and such just happened at school," and then I'm gonna have to go to jail.
Facts.
So
On a complete sidebar, I look good in orange, so try me if you want to.
I mean, I'm a smile. I'm a smile in the mugshot and everything.
Facts.
Proud, real
you
proud.
you
Like
can't see my eyeballs.
man,
Yeah,
I swear. But
shit
yeah,
eating grin.
that right there is one of the hardest ones, man. And I look at no name dropping, but I look at like my close friends, my brothers, really, because they're more than friends at this point. They're brothers.
Yeah.
I look at the people around me too, and that seems to be one of the main mental health struggles of the men around me is just feeling like we're not measuring up to
Mm.
what we feel our potential should be. But that also comes with society, all the fucking stipulations they put on a man too.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
I just learned not long ago that men can cry. I lost my brother back in September, and I've
My condolences.
that was one of the thank you. That was one of the most mental mind fucks of my life. And I mean, I've had a few, but that nobody teaches you how to cope with that.
Nah,
You know?
nah, and I mean, especially, I don't know what your upbringing was like, but I grew up. I don't want to call them PJs, but they're PJs basically. You know what I mean? I grew up with like lower class. Most of my neighbors were either like Polish or Turkish or you know shit like that, and it's you are like you deal with that, and you don't let it go, you don't let it out, you don't. I mean, if you're gonna let it out, you let that shit out in the shower, but like you better not tell nobody about that. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
just swallow it and keep going. Pause. Um, but like learning how to understand and feel the emotions, because like I mean, they're big. We don't know when it comes to dealing with our emotions as men, because all we're told is to stifle it. Don't let it out, don't let it out. You can't do this. We're almost childlike with it, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't understand, we have big emotions and big feelings, especially people in our situation, you know what I'm saying? um there's a lot of pressure that just your upbringing puts on you without the rest of society, you know what I'm saying? Just what
Yeah.
um and it's something that like needs to be widely recognized and widely accepted, you know what I mean? Like yo, let that shit out, bro.
Exactly, man. And I'm learning. I'm learning how to be vulnerable for the first time in my life. And when I say like fully learning to be vulnerable, I don't know, I almost cried in front of my brothers. Like that's not me.
Right.
But I got really supportive brothers though. I got brothers that's like if you need to cry, I'm gonna hug you, I'm gonna hold you, we can cry
Yeah.
together.
Fuck
Like
yeah.
I'm not used to that. I'm used
No.
to coming up around tough guys and
Yeah.
thugs and
Yep.
like you better not cry in front of me.
Yeah, you bet not.
you better not drop. As soon as you drop that tear, I'm finna roast your ass.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and like it's fine to an extent, you know what I mean? But like when you can't look past the like toxic masculinity aspect of it, and like shit gets real in front of you, and like that's how you're going to act, those are the kind of people you can't really keep around you, because that you just start to subconsciously build that wall back up again, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
It's especially if you hang around them a lot, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's tough, but I mean, kudos on you for like for one having the mental capacity to understand that that's okay, and like keeping the right people around you that like if shit hits the fan, like that like it takes two calls and you got, 30 people pulling up.
Oh man, I ain't gonna go into detail, but I had a moment Friday night where I called my brother, like immediately called my brother, and he talked me off the ledge for an hour and 15 minutes.
Mhm.
If it wasn't for him, I don't know how that night would have ended up. Because I was in a real dark place when I called him, and I mean, it took that. I hope he's watching this too. It took that stern big brother voice, like he yelled at me, bro. Like he ain't
Yeah.
never yelled at me. I'm like,
Don't you get offended? Like a little bit
like,
offended, like who who are you?
man,
Are
it's
you
on, it's on
are
my
you
chest.
you're mad at me? Why are you
But
yelling?
he had every right. He had
Yeah,
every right. And if it wasn't for that, I don't think I don't think that night would have went the way it went. So
right.
shout out to him for real. Shout out to
And
him.
I mean, it's not it's in I mean, that's a very good point. It's not just about letting you live in your feelings and like turn it into like, a pity party for lack of a better word, lack of a better phrase, but somebody that can be uh emotionally real and emotionally like open to like, you going through your shit, but like confident enough in your guys' relationship and friendship. Um he's watching. Confident enough in your relationship and your friendship that like, that person can call you out if you're acting stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
um,
But I mean, I got a few of them around me, man. I called one first, and I don't know if he's watching, but I called one first because I was just on some fuck it. I'm gonna go drink my emotions away,
mm,
you know. And
yep.
he's like, "Fuck it, let's do it."
the
And and then
the enabler.
man, then I talked to the other brother, and he was like, "Yeah, you're not doing that." I'm like, "Oh,"
Don't be
and I,
fucking dumb. It's always that don't be fucking dumb. All right,
yeah,
damn.
like you fucking Debbie Downer. I just wanted to go have a few margaritas or 8, maybe a picture or two. I don't know. We would have seen where it went when I got there. I was just trying to not feel what I was feeling.
The night was young.
It was. It was only like 7 o'clock.
Oh man, that's like an hour before my bedtime. These are usually like the latest nights for me. I'm like, if the show finishes up at like 9:30, by the time I'm packing everything down and getting everything ready or getting everything, put away, it's like, you know, um
Look, he owned me right there in the chat.
he is. Yo, that's funny. But yeah, I mean, well, I'm usually in bed by like 10 o'clock. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like normally
Me
it's
too.
like we're trying to be in bed like 9:30 as soon as the kids go to bed, and like we know they're not coming downstairs again for the night. Like I'm gone. I'm gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like when you first hit me up about doing the show tonight. I'm like, you ain't got Saturday, bro. You ain't.
Yo,
You ain't. I gotta
I
work at
felt
5 o'clock in the morning.
I felt so bad texting you. Nah, dude, we only do it live on Mondays, and I was like, Ash, I know it's a rough time and it's like an awkward day of the week, but like realistically, it's like the best one that I got because like I can't say I like my weekends are too unpredictable for me to commit to anything.
I
You know what
mean,
I
with you
mean?
being a photographer too, videographer, I can
Right.
imagine. I can imagine.
Yeah. So like I reserve the show for a night that I know I'm gonna be home, or like I know I can get home in a reasonable time and make it and get everything set up and do my thing. But like we tossed around the idea of doing it on Sundays, but I'm like, like come like prime photography season, dude. I can't guarantee that I'm going to be there every week, you know.
Right.
So, but yeah, it's tough. But listen. I'm glad you didn't drink your night away that night.
Me too.
I'm glad that you have people around you because everybody needs people around them. And like I'm glad things are on their way up, from that night
Yeah,
because
definitely.
it must have been something in the air because Friday night was, like, shitty for, like, just about everybody I know.
Man, when I tell you, look here, you ain't lying because what was like maybe a month ago, it seemed like one after the other. Like one person would go through it that I care about, then the next
Mm-hmm.
person, then the next person, then me. I'm like,
Yep.
I don't know what the fuck is in the air right now, but
Yep.
y'all can pull that shit the fuck back out.
Yep. And normally it don't stop. With it'll spin the block once or twice and come back to me and me and me. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, bro. Like, I can't catch a fucking break. Um,
Mhm.
so and like that shit like really fucks with your head, you know what I mean? It fucks with your ability to like be a father and a husband to your fullest potential, you know what I mean? It's crazy. Crazy.
I tell people all the time, you can't pour from an empty cup.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
if I'm not pouring into me and I'm not fulfilled, I can't be no good to nobody around me. I can't be a good husband. I can't be a good father. I can't be a good
Right.
brother. I can't be good to nobody if I'm not good to myself first.
That's it. I have the uh hardest time with that. And like sticking to that. But I mean I try my best, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's you can't there's got to be some form of like you time. There's got to be some form of like time where you can like, you know, get connected and get, realigned with yourself.
Right.
And continue to like move forward and build and not staying stagnant. It's like the biggest thing for me. Like I was talking to one of my photographer friends actually. She's like really good with like like Photoshop and shit. She actually did my family photos. So let me tell you, if you ever decide to go down the photography route, once you get to a certain point, finding a photographer to take pictures of your family becomes fucking impossible. Okay? It is impossible. There's two people on this planet that I trust enough to take pictures of my family. And like they're both busy as fuck all the time. So like trying to work around their schedule and like, Lord, let me tell you that they were they run your pockets. But listen, the quality of the images that I got from her, phenomenal. But I was telling her, I'm like, yo, my brain's always like trying to learn something new. I was like, can you teach me Photoshop? You know what I mean? And she's like, well, what do you want to learn? And I was like, Photoshop. like,
Like Photoshop. Like,
yeah, just teach me everything that you know. I mean, hell, even teach me like just the basics and tell me how to kind of run with it, and I'll do the rest from there.
bro, you want to hear some crazy shit?
Always.
So I told you that photo shoot I did for my wife, which was 299 fucking photos, by the way. Yeah, I
Welcome
went a
to
little,
welcome welcome to the life of being a photographer.
yeah, I went a little overboard. But anyways,
Just wait until one of those pictures is like 61 megabytes of file space. Just you wait.
well, so I did the photo shoot, and I got Lightroom on my phone or whatever.
Yep.
I'm vaguely experienced. Like I've dabbled, and
Yeah.
I can do some cool shit. Man, I'm having to use fucking Chat GPT. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm having to, hey man, how do I dial this in? How do I pull these colors out? How do I
Yeah.
make this pop? And I'm like, so I go to Chat GPT, read all that shit. Okay, let me go back to Lightroom. Wait, what setting did it say? Let me go back. Okay, saturation. And I'm having to sit here and dial in
Yeah.
all these sliders and shit, but it was such an amazing experience. Now at the end, I told my wife I was traumatized because I had to do that shit for 299 fucking pictures, but it was
So
so worth it.
the biggest advice I can give from a photographer's standpoint, you don't have to edit all 299 photos.
See, that sounds cool. That sounds great. But what happened? What happened?
I know exactly what happened. You get carried away. I know exactly what happened. But go
As
ahead,
we're
tell me.
as we're shooting,
Yeah.
I didn't want to have to go through the bullshit pictures later, right? So
Mhm.
I would shoot like maybe 10, 15 pictures.
Mhm.
Let's go through those 10, 15. What do you not like? Boom, boom, boom. Delete them, delete them, delete them, delete them. So by the time we got to the end of the shoot, we had already trashed everything we didn't like. So those 299 photos was all the shit we liked. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I got fucked over on that one. I don't know what I did.
You s- So
To future clients out there, if any future clients of mine are watching this, you're not getting 299 photos from me. It's just not happening.
that's funny. Like like that's how that's the my wedding galleries are way more than that and at a minimum. So like you can understand my plight. But
But that makes sense for a wedding. It don't
yeah.
make sense for a regular run and gun photo shoot.
I mean, not for nothing, but like all of the pictures, all of the photo shoots that I've done with my fiance, we're looking at 400 pictures, but I also don't go through them every 10, 15
You
pictures.
shoot everything and then go through and delete later.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, look,
And
there
and
goes my wife.
and that is called culling. So so just so you know, a little photographer tip, fucking word there for you. Culling is when you're going through all of the shit pictures and getting and keeping the good ones. Lightroom on your desktop, actually, because I have the app on my MacBook. Um, Lightroom will actually assist in culling for you now.
Okay.
So once you upload all of them to Lightroom, you can there's a setting in there. You can do it based on like eye focus, which like getting into photography, that's like the biggest thing is whatever camera you get is like making sure that you have like, your eye focus on because it'll automatically detect the human eye and make sure that that's the focal point and then everything else is based on your aperture and all that stuff. But um it'll help you with like eyes open, eyes sharp. You can call them based on sharpness. If you have and it'll just straight up like miss shots or like just straight up unusable shots, it'll automatically detect them and get rid of them for you.
Oh hell yeah.
And then you have the ones that are like deemed good by their AI technology, which like I mean is improving with every update. I test it out every now and again. But yeah, it's a phenomenal program. I strongly suggest getting off of don't do it on your phone, do it on your computer.
Okay.
So much better. And yeah, and once you get a camera, you're always shooting in RAW.
Yep.
Because
Yep. Yep.
that gives you it's all about details. Like it's not an actual image, it's just a series of pixels that are just, colored to digitize the image that was taken. And when you're shooting in RAW, if you make a mistake, like you overexpose a photo, you have a lot more room to go back down and pull that color back rather than having a photo being blown out. If you're shooting in JPEG, it's going to compress it and give you about a quarter of the editing power.
Right.
So if you blow something out, it's blown out.
Yeah.
There's
Which
like no recovering it.
I don't know how I knew to do that, but I did shoot her whole entire thing in RAW.
Okay, so wait, so which iPhone do you have?
The 17 Pro.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So then you guys do have the raw feature. So that's smart. That's like the
Hmm.
biggest thing is you always want to shoot in raw. Some people shoot raw and JPEG. Like a lot of sports photographers do that, but um I don't bother because I like having full control over my editing and doing whatever the fuck I want with the picture and not whatever the camera thinks is right.
Right. Which
Because
I've
as
edited both ways. I've edited JPEG and I've
yeah,
edited RAW. And now that I've edited RAW photos, I'm just like I can't do JPEG no more.
just wait until you edit raw photos that come from a camera.
See, so what you should do is be a good pal and just send me like five and let me see what I can do with it.
I'll send you some files. I'll send you pictures and like I'll see. But yeah, get the app on your like I said, get the app on your MacBook. Get it from the Adobe Suite or whatever, and you have so much more at your hands than what is on your phone. And trust me, I edited on my phone for 2 years straight. Okay.
Now, here's my question for you since you've done both.
Hmm.
The presets that I have built over the course of time in my phone, do they transfer over?
Yep.
Or am I going to have to start all over
No,
again?
as long as you're signing into the same Adobe account on your phone on your laptop, all of those presets will transfer. I have 700 and some odd presets that I spent hours upon hours upon hours upon hours creating. So like that was like one of the first things that I made sure, because I was like, damn, dude, I have like a lot of presets for a lot of certain, types of images. I got weddings, I've got cars, I've got,
Hmm.
food and whatever. And I spent a lot of time working on those. So like that was
Exactly.
huge for me. But yes, they do transfer. And dude, it's great. You can tell I've done a lot of research. This is my mental happy place.
Yeah. You sound like me with music.
Yeah. And like this is supposed to be like your show. This is supposed to be your platform. And like I feel like I've done nothing but ramble on. So my
Hey man,
my apologies.
it's been an amazing conversation. As you could tell, I said I was gonna do 30 minutes. I'm like, nah, we're gonna run the whole
Yeah, I mean, we're at
hour.
this point, we're less than 15 minutes out. So I mean, you might as well just
Hey man,
stay in it for the long haul.
I wanna come back on here though. I don't know if you ever like have the same guest twice, but I wanna come back on
Listen, that's the best thing about
here.
this is I'm not limiting anybody. You know what I mean? You want to come in, you want to come on the show, you want to come on the show 4 weeks in a fucking row. I'll have you on the show 4 weeks in a fucking row. You know what I mean? Like it's entirely up to whoever wants to be on it, whoever feels comfortable enough to get into, the shit that they got going on. Some people, kind of want to keep it surface level on here, which is cool. So like, you know, I make small talk about like, the smaller aspects of mental health, like just, self-care, making the bed in the morning or, just little things that you do to just take care of yourself. And I kind of just let the guests just do whatever they do, you
Oh
know?
man, we can go deep because
Pause.
my yeah, pause. Um the first podcast I was ever on, man. Shout out to this. I think they're called the Nashville Winery,
Hmm.
which Nashville for me is like an hour. They had me and my wife on. This was probably 5, 6 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how the fuck we got there, but like I ended up telling I don't know if I can say it like I want to say it on here because social media is very fucking sensitive. But I'm gonna
Well,
say it
for the
like
time
this.
being, this is only on YouTube, and YouTube doesn't really give a fuck.
Well, I told my close to suicide story on that.
Oh, okay.
First podcast I had ever been on. I'm like, I don't even know how we got here, bro, but whatever. Like,
We're here.
yeah, we're here now. So,
Yeah.
in case the world wanted to know, yeah, back in I think it was 2018. If it wasn't for God and to give a small piece of the story, if it wasn't for God and at the time the house that me and my wife used to live in, the studio I had set up at the time, I had a picture collage on the wall
Yeah.
of my kids, my wife, and if I hadn't have looked up at that wall when I did, bro, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you.
Mm,
Like I was ready, like cocked and loaded, like I was ready. Like I just wanted to exit.
yeah. I unfortunately resonate with that heavily. Well, my most recent one was in 2015. Um, December 2025 made 10 years. So that was big for me, you know.
Right.
But my daughter was 6 months old. I had a really, really, really shitty childhood, between, an abusive stepfather, my mom's on drugs, pimping me out. Like, it was a wild fucking ride. I wasn't ready for that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And my ex-wife came from a very, I want to use the word affluent, but they came from a very well off. She came from a very well off family who like understood priorities and like how to get your shit together. And like then there's me who was like I was basically homeless at this point, when we got together. And like, I'm still trying to grow up. I'm not even 21 at this point, you know what I mean? And she's pregnant. So like I was overwhelmed and like I just saw myself, becoming my stepfather, becoming the father figure that I was shown that I didn't want to be.
Hmm.
And I tried to walk out in traffic. And I don't know, a guy that I was working with just like pulled me back. And that was really, I checked myself into a mental institution for that. And I was up there for a little bit. And yeah, so like I resonate with that heavy and I understand that a lot more than I would, obviously care to.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, man, I think a lot of people in the world, especially men, and I don't want to just say it's just men because men and women deal with it, but I feel like a lot of men have had that moment in their life.
Yeah.
Whether they talk about it or not, a lot of men have had that moment in their life. If they had a hard life, yeah, they've
Yeah.
had that moment
Oh yeah. And I mean, and it's not something that I wish on anybody,
at
you know
all.
what I mean? Cuz I mean, you get to that point and it's like ultimately like you think literally not being alive is better than like anything that like, you know what I mean, that you're going through, and it's a very consuming feeling.
Hmm.
Like once you get just a little taste of that creeps in, it just like it consumes you faster than shit, dude. It's like it'll take over if you don't get it together, you know what I mean? If you don't get a grip on it.
Yeah, it
And
will.
it's tough. And I mean, that's the reason why we lose as many men as we do, because they think that killing themselves or, you know, causing harm to themselves is easier than opening up to somebody, and that's all learned behavior. You know what I mean? Like that's all stuff that you learn from the men in your life growing up, and
Yep.
that's all you know. You know what I mean? So like it's way easier to just say fuck this, boom, end the shit, and not realize the pain that you're causing that's going to last for generations, you know what I mean? Like
Now, see, here's the crazy thing. In my upbringing, I was literally just talking to my pops, well, actually my parents about this Friday when I right before I went through my moment or kind of as I was going through my moment. Um my dad didn't raise me as the men don't cry. You know,
right.
he influenced it. Like, hey, show your emotions. It's okay to show your emotions because he was right. Basically, my father was is the epitome of he wanted to break the cycle of how he was raised. Right. So he encouraged me to express my feelings. But here's what happened. I never seen my father cry. I
Mm,
never seen my brother shed a tear. I never seen my uncle shed a tear. I never seen my grandfather shed a tear. So what does that do mentally? Like
yeah.
you can sit there and tell me all day, hey, it's okay for men to cry. But if
Yeah.
I've never seen the male figures in my life that I look up to as men, if I've never seen you shed a tear, naturally I'm gonna adapt that
Of
mind
course.
state of y'all don't cry, so I'm not supposed to cry.
And that's all subconscious too. That's not even something that you can control, even being conscious and aware of it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's deep rooted.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because it's like a you know, do as I say, not as I do kind of thing. Or you know, do as I do, not as I say, because
Yeah.
I'm telling you to do this, but I'm not doing it. So like I can't expect you to do it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's a rough situation, and that was like for the vast majority of a lot of people, you know. But not any parents that I knew, you know, were as, I mean, would at least, you know, say it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else I knew, it was just, you better not shed a tear, I'm gonna fuck you up. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah,
crazy
that's I
time.
mean that's how my dad grew up. That's what
Yeah,
he was explaining to me Friday. Like he grew up like that.
yeah.
Like you would get your ass whipped if you shed a tear. Like what the fuck is that?
You know
Like
how many times I heard like, if you don't stop crying, I'm gonna give you something to cry about.
I've never personally heard that targeted at
Oh
me, but
my
heard it.
god,
I've heard
bro.
that expression and it's like, and I think I've said it to my son once and I caught myself. I was like it's like maybe you shouldn't fucking say that.
Right. Yo, I mean, it was like, I learned real quick because like that wasn't I tried to call their bluff one time,
Oh shit.
and yeah, all shit is right, bro. It was like I don't know why I did it on a Friday too. Yo, they whooped my ass so bad, bro. I had to sleep on my stomach because sleeping on my back hurt.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. So my mom, little backstory. My mom is Puerto Rican. Okay.
My wife is Puerto Rican.
Oh hey, yo, that's that's what's up. Hell yeah. Um, so my mom is Puerto Rican. My stepdad is an angry white guy. You know what I mean?
All
So,
right.
so at the time, I mean, they used to drink. My mom was an alcoholic. My mom was on drugs. My mom, she did a whole bunch of shit. She kind of left me to just either fend for myself or like have my stepfather raise me. And like he did as best as he could, you know what I mean? Whatever. Until his kids came along, and then that was a whole other debacle. But um yeah, I mean, it was nuts, dude. Just you cry about something, I get my ass whooped for it. How the fuck does that make any sense? Make it make sense. It don't make
Right,
sense.
right.
It's crazy. But my mama used to hit me with everything. And depending on the level of anger would dictate whether that item was wet or not.
Look, so I don't know if my pops want me to tell this story, but sorry, pops. I love you. I hope you don't watch
Oh,
this.
I love this stuff.
Um, man, look. So I ain't gonna lie. I didn't get many ass whippings
Yeah,
coming up. You know, I think my dad got a hold to me maybe 2 3 times. Lesson fucking learned.
heard.
Now the one that got me, rest her soul, the one that got me to fuck my whole soul up was my grandma, mi abuelita. Man,
Yo.
I'm talking about, and it was a fucking accident. I hit her leg with a trash can because I was trying to hit my brother because he was fucking with me. Bro, when I tell you that woman one time, all she did, she hit me one time. I pissed on myself. I said, fuck that. Fuck that. I never fucking tried that woman again.
Oh
Bro,
my
do you
god.
know how hard you got to get hit to piss on yourself?
Real hard because I ain't never
Like,
I mean, I've had my uncle who was so my my uncle and my grandmother were my best friends. You know what I mean? My grandmother was like my mom, my uncle was like my pops. You know what I'm saying? They both passed away like 10 and a half months apart from one another a couple years back. And I remember one time as a kid in the same weekend, I mouthed off to my grandmother. She told me to go pick a switch.
oh
I
God,
didn't I didn't pick a switch
that was worthy.
that satisfied her, so she went and found her own. I got my ass whooped that night, and then the next day, my uncle heard what happened, and he told me to put on the gloves. Now, my uncle was a like I don't know, he was probably 6 foot flat, but like 370 pounds.
Damn.
Big dude. Okay. And I didn't even have the headgear on. Okay. He rattled my shit. Like I was trying to talk to him. He's like, yo, put him on. Like, get you better go. Like, you better move because I'm coming at you. And I was like, yeah, whatever, dude. Fuck you. Trying to do whatever. And I'm like 12 years old, maybe like 110 pounds. You know what I'm saying?
Little scrawny dude.
Dude, he cocked back and went ming. Yo, all you hear like Taco Bell ring, bro. And that yo rattled my shit. My eyeballs, like, I'm not I had to sit down. And I like that at that point, I almost pissed myself.
Now here's the bigger question: did you learn your lesson?
Hell no, I didn't learn my lesson.
We never did. Now I can't lie though. With my grandma, she,
Oh, I never mouthed off to my grandmother. Again, my grandma's my best friend. She was my favorite. I was her favorite like of all time, and but like she didn't have no problem putting the mitten paws on me. You know what I mean? She
oh yeah, my granny was the one that would get me the quickest. It wouldn't be my. It wouldn't be
yo.
my dad. It wouldn't be my dad I ever had to worry about. It was always my granny, and she got me a couple of times just on some random shit.
Yo.
Like I wasn't even doing nothing.
Mm. Yo, that's how they get you. It's crazy. Catching ass whoopings by granny. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was a pretty shitty time when we had lost them. He went my uncle went first, but my grandmother went second. But my uncle, like shout out to him. That man taught me how to make a dollar out of fucking out of half a penny, bro. Um between like bagging shit up and like just getting out there and hustle. And he really taught me like how to hustle and how to make money and how to make sure that like everybody's straight. So like my work ethic definitely came from him because like I don't stop. You know what I'm saying? I'm like
Right.
constantly doing shit. I'm constantly working. I'm constantly going. So
Right.
shout out to him big time. Let me see here. Oh, okay, we're getting close. Yeah, so Zip actually made this beat. This one that plays at the beginning and the end of the show.
Yeah.
He actually made this beat. I've got another one here too. That I play I bounce back and forth every now and again. But
I'm gonna have to talk to dude. Definitely.
yeah, dude, I'm telling you, he's nice with it. And like, I'm a boom bap kind of guy. You know what I mean? I grew up with a lot of the old school boom bap shit, Big L. You know what I mean? Like that was my era. And like whenever he pumps out a new beat, I'm like, damn, can you just, I'm gonna send you my email real quick. Can you just send that to me real fast? I'll
Make
hit
you want
you.
to get back to rapping, huh?
Yo, so between him and prepping for this locksmith show that I got in 2 weeks, um, I really want to get back into music. I want to get back into writing. So like I think it might happen. I think I might just drop an EP one time for the one time. You know what I mean?
Why not? Even if it's nothing but therapeutic.
That's it.
Even if it's just a way for you to release the shit you can't say out loud. That's what music is for me. Music is therapy. It's my way of saying what I can't say out loud.
Facts. That's it. Yo, you see, it's nice. It's really nice to find like-minded individuals who understand what's understood ain't got to be explained. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So like it's nice that we kind of linked on that level. That shit's dope. You don't find that very often, and like I'm very very appreciative when I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was an automatic connection. As soon as you commented, I'm like, bro, I shouldn't even be telling this story right now, but I for real fangirled out. I was like, he liked my picture.
Yo, so my fiance was out working when that whole interaction happened. I screenshotted that shit in the quickness. I sent it to her, and I was like, "Babe, look at this shit. What? Somebody's I was fangirling over your fangirling. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
Man,
oh
I'm telling you,
shit.
like, bro, because I done seen your work, and then I see you like my first ever photo. Shit, I'm doing something. I'm doing something. Y'all
Yo,
ain't gonna
that's
be able to tell me shit in another year.
don't let him tell you shit now.
Man,
Fuck him.
well, you already didn't tell me shit when it comes to the music, but I just got started with the photography.
Yo, keep at it, dude, for real. And I really I enjoy that we kind of went over that photography subject, you know what I'm saying? Because like that's near and dear to my heart, and that's near and dear to like everything that I do outside of my 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah,
this was therapeutic for me. And I appreciate every second of it, dude. So like seriously, that was dope. Appreciate
man.
that.
Hey, I appreciate you for having me.
Of course, man. We're gonna get you back up here again. We're gonna have you. You're gonna be a repeat customer.
Oh yeah,
We're gonna have. It's a good friendship, you and I.
I think you. I think you said you had the 27th open.
I do. I do.
Shit, put me down.
Put you down.
Put me down.
All right. Yeah,
I
we'll
like.
make
I
do.
like this.
We'll make that happen. Fuck yeah, dude. I can't wait. So I'm gonna put you down for that. I'm gonna put you down for the 27th, or what is it? The 20th? Is it 27th? I don't think it is.
I don't remember. It was 20th or 27th. All I know is it's a Monday for sure.
Yeah, it is definitely a Monday. I think it might be. I think it might be the 20th or the 27th. I don't have anybody in my calendar for either one of those dates. So, I mean, fuck it, you could take them both if you wanted to. I don't even care.
I think if I'm not mistaken, didn't you say the 20th you might take off? Wasn't that what it was?
I might, yeah, because that locksmith show is the Sunday beforehand. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I won't. I mean, it'll be a really stressful day at work, so I might just need to do it. Just to kind of take my mind off all the dumb shit that we got to deal with at work. So,
Well, I tell
you
you
know.
what, if you decide to lock in for the 20th, I can do the 20th.
All right, hell yeah.
Fuck it. If you
I'll
want me to
make.
do both of them, I'll do both of them. I gotta know it in advance so I can work my schedule around it.
Yeah, 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 we'll make it happen. Yeah. So definitely, fuck it, we'll do it. Definitely the 20th. And I'll let you know on the 27th. How about that?
All right, that works.
Perfect. Dude, it's been a pleasure. This hour flew by. I feel like there's so much more that we can talk about, but like
Man,
we just we'll have to chop it up and break it up into segments. So
yeah,
take all of those thoughts and organize them, and we'll just break it up into shows, and we'll just We'll keep going. It'll be the saga of DeySean. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Look, what's funny is I got to go back and watch the intro because I couldn't hear shit.
Yo, that intro was crazy. That was honestly, it was that was probably my best work.
Look, and I
So
probably looked goofy when you brought me on because I didn't know what was going on. I'm just over here like, oh,
I'm
look,
like,
a bird.
hello, hello,
I can't hear shit.
sir. I'm talking to you.
Look, I'm over here on Facebook like I can't hear you, bro.
I see. I saw the notification come. I was like, damn. But yo, that's this has been great. Deshaun, I really appreciate you. I appreciate who you are as a human being. I appreciate your friendship and everything that you bring to the table. Now we on one last note. What's one piece of advice that you can give to somebody that's going through it right now? They're going through the ringer. They're going through hell. You got one piece of advice. What is that?
It's okay. It don't last forever. You a
Mm.
king, you a queen. Just shine on them.
Yo, and that's a bar. That's a literal bar. We're gonna go ahead and tag that forever joint at the end of the comments too on the Instagram. Yo, y'all need to go blow his shit up. I know there's only like 4 of y'all watching, but like blow it up.
Hey, that four gonna turn into 4,000.
Yeah, at one point, one
We
one way
man,
or another.
we manifest over here. We speak things into existence.
All right, so we speaking 4,000 into
4,000.
existence. I want that on
But
the 20th.
hey, if we don't get it on the 20th, we're gonna get it by the end of the year.
Okay, yeah,
Consistency,
that's
my
that's
friend.
that's it. That's it. I mean, I'm
Consistency.
it's wild. I've been doing this show. This is the 18th episode of the mental health podcast, which means we're going on just shy of 5 months right now. So, and it's been every Monday I'm here, and you can go back and watch the old lives and like see how much we've elevated and how much we've grown, and like it's only the beginning. You know what I mean? We're
And watch where you be at by the time you hit 12 months. I'm telling you, bro, I'm gonna speak it into your life. I believe
That's
in
it.
speaking positivity over others. What you
Hell
put out
yeah.
into this world, you're gonna get back. So if you want good shit, you speak good shit. Now, if your life is fucked up, you might want to question what you've been thinking and what you've been speaking.
Mm, that law of attraction's real.
It really is. And when you learn
That's
how to work it, everything changes.
Oh, absolutely. My guy, it's been a pleasure. I'll talk to you soon. We'll get you back up here and we'll get you rocking and rolling, bro. I
Yes, sir.
appreciate you.
I appreciate you, bro.
Have a great night.
You too, man.
All right. Oh man. What a day, what a day, what a day, what a night, what an episode. That was great. Um, I always say it's like, oh, that was like one of the best ones, but like that was one of the best ones. Cause look at this. This light is beautiful. I finally got this shit dialed in. I look great. Sort of. Um, we did the damn thing. So what's more what more can I ask for? So yeah. Just taking a minute to be thankful for everything, for all of you guys, for everybody that watches, for everybody that interacts and shares the posts. And shout out to Haley for constantly being in the views and making sure that making sure that somebody's watching it. Even though she's got to deal with the kids every 5 minutes, she's a real trooper, and she really is the backbone to my ability to give you guys this show every week. So shout out to her. Shout out to all the real moms holding it down. Shout out to all the dads doing it. Shout out to every single one of y'all in the comments. I really appreciate every single one of you. I hope you guys have a great week. Remember, if there's anything that you guys are going through, anything you guys need to talk about, we're here. And I'd rather hear your story than have to read your obituary. So, you know, lock in. If you need help, reach out. If you need to talk to somebody, reach out. You need to cry, let it out. Do your thing. And everybody, you guys have a great night. And God willing, I'll see you guys here next Monday at 8:30 p.m. live on YouTube, not Facebook, because I suck. Good night, everybody.